Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We've got the Kubota M7060 with the 3500 8-foot snow pusher on the front. Just plowing the laneway into this cabin. I have to say, this is probably the hardest storm I've ever plowed out of all the storms. I did all my plowing yesterday. We're just cleaning up this laneway to this cabin today, but the night it stormed a couple nights ago, it snowed hard from supper time till about 1 in the morning. We got about 8 inches of snow, 6 inches of snow, and then at 1, 2 in the morning it started downpour rain, and it rained for probably 2 to 3 hours heavy. And then it went back to freezing again about 2:30, 3 o'clock, and then started freezing rain and then back into snow for another 4 inches of snow on top. And then throughout the day the temperature was dropping fast. So now, the whole time I was plowing and still now, we have that 4 inches, 5 inches of snow on top. Then we got that 3 to 4 inch of frozen solid ice. And then underneath that we got the snow. It's the worst I've ever plowed. And everybody I talked to really struggled with this storm, you know, especially the guys with plows on their trucks. It just beat the trucks right to death trying to get through it. And you can see even with this heavy snow pusher, you know, I gotta make 2 or 3 passes. I'm not even breaking through that layer of ice underneath. And it's mild today. It's like +3, +4 out today. Canadian temperatures. So we're running into the end of March. It's probably going to be the last storm for us. And overall, the winter, I think I've only plowed, I think this will be my eighth storm or 8th time that I've plowed. So it was a pretty quiet winter, really. And most storms were a lot of freezing rain and rain right after the snow, so pretty much all the storms were kind of a challenge. But you know, a normal winter for us would be 16 to 20 storms. So we got less, you know, we got half of that this year. But at least we got some. Some guys never got any. I got this tractor at the beginning, well, kind of in the middle of winter, last winter, and it's worked really well. I got 360 hours on it. Do quite a bit of plowing with it, all my residential driveways and a couple contracts. It's a little big for some of the residential driveways, but it's nice to have one this size for the others, because makes it for a quick job, right? And it's nice to have it for the contracts. It makes the couple contracts we have get cleaned up pretty quick. Even the snowblower on the back, the skis just want to ride on top of that ice, so I can't even really use the blower. Kind of got to go real slow on this lane because there's a few big rocks. I'm not running snow tires, I'm just running them ag tires. They seem to be pretty good. You know, haven't had no issues in the snow plowing with these tires. And I mean, yeah, you get heavy snow in front of you. It's hard to steer at times, for sure, but it's got tons of power. It's got lots of weight for traction for pushing the snow. I really like the tractor. It's very comfortable. You know, when there's a storm, I'm out in it for 8 to 10 hours to do all my clients, and at the end of the day, you know, I'm not too sore. It's got a nice ride. Like I said, I haven't had any issues, any warranty issues or anything. If I did have one complaint, it would be I missed the hydrostatic transmission. It does get a little tiresome, you know, using the clutch and shifting those gears throughout plowing the storm. And in the summertime, when I'm doing some dirt work and in the gravel pit, and I'm using this tractor, like digging gravel in the pile, it's kind of different where you don't have the hydrostat front end loader. You know, you go in, you shove on your pedal for your transmission kick out or whatever for your clutch, and you can put all the revs to your hydraulics. With this, you can't do that. Like, you have your clutch pedal, but you gotta remember not to ride that clutch going in trying to work that bucket in the pile. There's an act to it for sure. You get used to it after a while. But it's like everything else. It'd be nice to have all things. It's just not how it works. So this stuff's breaking up not too bad today. These warmer temps are softening things up. If I was to come out here in the evening at night when it gets cool, I noticed my trip edge on the pusher was just flipping constantly because it was hitting that ice, that layer of ice. It wouldn't even break it. So now it's kind of chewing it up, not too bad. The ground is really soft. Like, we never hardly had any frost all winter. So everybody that plows snow know what kind of a nightmare it is when you're doing residential driveways and you roll in there and peel up somebody's nice lawn, and you don't even feel it when you're in the machine. You just look down and there's a whole bunch of green sod, or you know, a whole bunch of sod laying there. So this winter definitely had its challenges for sure. But we're almost over and time to move on to the dirt work. It's supposed to rain for the next 4 days, so that'll probably take the rest of it. There's a couple of them rocks. I know before this storm we had no snow. We had mild weather there for a week, a bunch of rain, and it took every bit of snow we had. The lawns were bare, the driveways were bare. Everybody kind of thought that was it for winter. Then all of a sudden, bang-o, we get this, probably the biggest storm we've had all winter. I really feel bad for the robins and the spring birds that come up from down south, because they were, you know, last week our lawn was full of robins and all the spring birds, summer birds that we get coming up from the south for the season. And then we get this storm, and I noticed the robins, any little patch of grass they can find, they're searching for food. They must be starving. So I'm glad we're getting the rain for the next 4 days. Hopefully they can hang on, and that'll help them out. These pushers are great for, you know, the residential driveways that I do. It makes it fast, couple pushes, you're done. You know, on laneways like this, it would be nice to have an angled plow in the front of the tractor for sure. I have a plow on the truck, but I started plowing a little bit yesterday with the truck, and I just parked it because the plow was, I mean, it's a 1,000-pound Boss plow, and it was just bouncing and tripping and hitting that ice and smashing and just gonna break something. So glad I had this. This old tractor is what she's built for. If you get a contract that's a big parking lot, years ago you got a decent sized loader, big front end loader, you know, 100, 150 horsepower machine, no problem. But now, when you bid on these jobs, there's other guys bidding too, and you have to be wise with your bid and really focus on the fuel. So if you can do the job with a R540 or an R640 and burn a quarter of the fuel to what a large loader and do the job just as fast, like those machines with those Mickey and snow tires on them, they're pretty much unstoppable with 13-foot pusher on them. It's amazing. Unless you're using your bigger loader in the summertime for, you know, loading trucks. You just need the one machine. That will probably be my next machine for sure. If you like the content, go ahead and smash that like button. I really appreciate all your guys' support, and we'll catch you on the next video.